Taylor is the owner and licensed mold and home inspector of JT Property Inspections. Since he's opened his doors in 1999, he has always given his all to his customers. Jay Taylor has over 20 years of experience, and you can really notice the difference. His experience and extensive knowledge allows his crew to give every single one of his customers the best experience possible when it comes to home inspection. Jay and his team put all of their knowledge and experience to work for you and will keep you informed every step of the way. Given their 2 decades of experience, JT Property Inspection knows exactly what the systems and components are supposed to look like and how to spot the signs when something needs further investigation. JT Property Inspections offers services in home inspections, mold inspections, wind mitigation, and their 4-point inspect. This inspection services the most important spaces in your home: your electrical system, your plumbing system, your HVAC system, and finally, your roof. For your home inspection, why not call the best, JT Property Inspections, at 561-594-7878.
You are listening to the Ask the Expert Show with host Steve-O. We will be right back with more experts in the field of legal, health, financial, and home improvement. Join us every Thursday from 6 p.m. Now, get ready for more Ask the Experts.
And we are back. This is the Ask the Expert Show. We're on every Monday and Thursday from 6 to 7 drive time. And we bring on South Florida's finest, the experts, as we call the show. And we do a lot of home improvement type shows. We do legal shows like we just did, health shows, and financial shows. And our next client, our next show is really important because I think everybody's moving to Florida. And so people are buying homes. I heard people are buying homes like crazy now. And we have one of the top inspectors, property inspectors, JT Property Inspections, and their owner is Jay Taylor. And I guess we've got, there's our first guest. We're going to have several people on with us. This is Jay. Jay, can you hear us? Damien. Aaron.
Yes, sir. I hear you.
Oh, there. Okay. Aaron? 1 out of 3.
Not
good,
bad.
Good. How you doing, Aaron?
I'm doing fantastic. How are you doing today?
Now, we're doing great. Jay wanted to have you on the show. I guess you're a public adjuster?
No, sir. No, sir.
No,
I am a water mitigation.
I am a public adjuster.
Yeah, that's Damien. I am
Hi, Damien.
I'm a restoration
doing,
company. My company is Rainbow Restoration of Parkland.
Okay. So, and we're waiting for Jay to come on. Damien, introduce yourself.
Okay, so my name is Damien Johnson. I'm the president of Zila Associates. Basically, a public adjuster. I help homeowners file insurance claims. I am the guy that you go to when you want to get a good settlement from your insurance company.
Okay. And so we're still waiting for Jay to come on. What would, and whoever decides to answer it, what would be the first thing a policyholder does on a scenario if if there's water damage?
Well, when it initially happens, you want to get it put out if you want to get an insurance claim on it. So it depends on how you want to ask that question.
Go ahead, Aaron.
Well, I mean, when you have a water damage, depending or water claim that you want to put in, you want to get it addressed right
Definitely,
away.
definitely depends.
And you
Um,
definitely want to get your insurance company aware, an adjuster aware, protecting your interest, and a restoration company aware who's going to protect your property interest. And together we would converge on the home or the client, confirm our jobs being done correctly, and that in my case, minimizing damages and restoring the home as quickly as possible.
Now, Jay Taylor, who owns JT Property Inspections, we're still waiting for him to come on, and I guess he wanted to bring you all on because you have your expertise area. What about cast iron pipe problems?
okay, so for instance, if when you're in your experiencing cast and pipe problems, it's kind of difficult to just tell right off the bat. You have to listen for like gargling in the pipes whenever time, for instance, you're washing and you're letting out the water. You'd have a gargling sound, or you hear those, you see those big roaches coming up, or you have you flush it going down and water start coming up over out of the toilet, the bathtub start filling up, your kitchen sink start filling up. You'll flush it probably once or twice, you jet the line and it's still clogged up. You get a plumber in to do a camera the pipelines, to confirm that there's really a cast iron pipe leak.
Who would be the first person a policyholder would call if they have a claim?
Like, if a claim, well, it would be the public adjuster.
It would
Because
be.
the public adjuster yes, it would be the public adjuster because he would definitely look out for the policyholder's best interests, and not just to want to money for himself, but to make sure that the policyholder go once this process is finished, go back to pre-loss condition.
Well, I tell you, you guys are under the gun here because we have one of the top public adjusters in South Florida here right now in studio. How do you come up with figures that you want the insurance companies to pay?
Well, in my case, I'm going to be putting together
So
a
we have a thing
bill.
we call
Go ahead. Go ahead.
scoping. Okay,
Go ahead,
go ahead,
Aaron.
Darren.
Aaron, go ahead.
Okay, in my case, we would go in and do full documentation. That's a picture documentation, a video documentation of the damages incurred. We would complete a job doing documentation throughout, so to be process pictures as well as completion pictures. That would be submitted with what's called an exactimate invoice, which has been approved pricing already by the insurance companies, and they're well aware of the terminology on it and well aware of the price set forth on it. So if you have insurance and went through your insurance claim adjuster and myself, you can expect to get no invoice. We would submit directly, or I would submit directly to your insurance carrier.
Okay. How many claims can a policy holder can they file in a certain period of time?
Damien, that's you.
Well, I'll take that one.
Can you
So
have more than one claim at a
you have
time?
in 3 years
Yes.
you have 3 water claims. For instance, like a cast iron pipe leak. Yes, you can have up to 3 claims, but we cannot advise against 3 claims. Claims is claim that goes with you die. Take for you have a catastrophic, event like a hurricane or a tornado. Those are act of God. So the insurance company can hold it against you, but a water damage, if they hold that against you, you die. So we only advise 2 of those claims. Because after you do 3 claims, then most likely they're gonna drop you.
Aaron, tell everybody what you specialize in.
Well, Rainbow Restoration is a full service provider. We specialize in water dryouts and from intrusions, as you just mentioned. We do a lot of mold mitigation, taking mold out of houses that have had moisture built up in for a length of time. We do odor abatement, fire cleanup, and full restoration, as well as sanitation, cleaning up after the COVID cleanups, doing hygienic cleanups to CDC and OSHA recommendations. We are licensed. We are normally certified for our mold mitigation and IRCRC certified for our water dryout mitigations.
Tell me, what do you do with COVID?
Well, COVID is just one of the things. One product that has been spoke about a lot lately is microban. It's a microban that's been used in the cleaning industry for many, many years. It is a fungicide. It is a biocide. It is a germicide. It will kill 99% of all materials that we don't want around us. So we've used it in mold mitigation for quite a while, even water mitigation to prevent secondary problems like mold. Stuff like with containing microban is used. There's a variety of procedures and chemicals that are used, but by and large, it's nothing new. And we do sanitary cleanups in people's homes if they've had it or felt they've been infected by it, and they want to go into a home so they don't reinfect it or recontaminate that home. We'll do a cleanup. They get themselves fixed as far as health issues. They can come back into a clean environment.
You know, we're here on the water, so I guess there's mold and mildew is
Everywhere.
big down here. I heard there's 125 different types of molds down here.
There may be more than that, and they're all in categories and subcategories. The best thing to do in any mold case, if you believe you have it, is get someone like a JT Property Inspections. They would come in and do a test for you. They determine what it is together. Myself and JT, I'm the mitigator, would put together a protocol. That protocol would be submitted without paperwork to the insurance company, noting the fact of what we're doing on the property. And then we could, as we said earlier, collectively put together our bills and submit our claim.
People can actually get really ill from it too with mold.
Some molds are hazardous, considered biohazardous, and I say that cancer-causing type molds. There are other molds that are less harmful, but anyone shouldn't be around them. They're not good for you. And if you've got anyone with any sort of respiratory issues, an older person with COPD, a young person with asthma, they'll be more affected. So you got to keep everybody in mind in a household when dealing with mold, and safety is our utmost concern.
Well, we're fixing to go to break. Aaron, tell everybody how they can get a hold of you.
Rainbow Restoration. I'll give you my direct cell number. I'm the owner of the company, Rainbow Restoration of Parkland. My number is 954-857-5428. You can contact me at any time. I can send you information. You can look up us on the web. But please, Rainbow Restoration of Parkland, take a look. We're a full 5-star Google-rated company and do a great job throughout South Florida.
And Damien, how do people reach you?
I am the owner of Zeal Associate Public Adjuster. You can call me directly on my phone number. My cell number is 954-482-2588, or you can just go to our website and put your email, come right to my phone, as well as the office's email. I am readily available on Instagram, Facebook. You could just go on there and leave a message or send me a message, and I'll be there 24/7.
Okay.
I just can't respond to you on Sundays.
Well, we're going to go to break. When we come back, we'll have more Ask the Experts.
JT Property Inspections is a top home inspection company in South Florida. Jay Taylor is the owner and licensed mold and home inspector of JT Property Inspections. Since he's opened his doors in 1999, he has always given his all to his customers. Jay Taylor has over 20 years of experience, and you can really notice the difference. His experience and extensive knowledge allows his crew to give every single one of his customers the best experience possible when it comes to home inspection. Jay and his team put all of their knowledge and experience to work for you. and will keep you informed every step of the way. Given their 2 decades of experience, JT Property Inspection knows exactly what the systems and components are supposed to look like and how to spot the signs when something needs further investigation. JT Property Inspections offers services in home inspections, mold inspections, wind mitigation, and their 4-point inspect. This inspection services the most important spaces in your home: your electrical system, your plumbing system, your HVAC system, and finally, your roof. For your home inspection, why not call the best, JT Property Inspections, at 561-594-7878.
And we are back with more Ask the Experts. Again, we're on every Monday and Thursday on 1470 AM. We're on 3 stations. Actually, we're on 4 stations. We're on 1470 AM, 96.9 FM, 95.3 FM, and you can also listen to us on iHeart, or you can go to www.wwnnradio and listen to our show live. Tonight's experts, this is the JT Property Inspections, Jay Taylor, and he has invited some people that he works with on a regular basis to come on the show. So we're talking about mold and mildew tonight, removal. We're also talking about property claims. And let me go back to Aaron, because we get so many calls, Aaron, from people asking about mold and mildew removal. How do you know if you have mold?
Well, there's a lot of factors. For one, have you seen water in your home? In recent, was there water underneath the sink spilling, at your dishwasher, your garbage disposal, around your windows? Be aware of what's going on in your home. And if you do and have seen that in the past, and your home has smells or stains, it's maybe a good idea to contact the Damien, get your insurance involved. It may be a good idea to call the JT Property Inspections up and get a proper test done. If you need to get the mold mitigated, the process varies, or the protocol varies based on the type of mold you have. But by and large, you should be able to understand something in your home. And if you see anything or smell anything under sinks, behind cabinets, give us a call. We will definitely come out and make sure that you are taken care of properly.
Okay. And again, what's the name of your company?
We are Rainbow Restoration of Parkland, and we service all of South Florida.
Okay. And Damien, again, what is the name of your company, Damien?
It's Zeal Associates Public Adjusting.
Spell that?
ZEAL, Zeal Associate, ASSOCIATES, Associates.
And
Zeal
I got
Associates, as in Zebra.
it's very important that if you have a leak damage, roof problems, that you get a public adjuster and not try to do it yourself.
Definitely. Yep.
Is that correct?
Definitely. Because most times homeowners, they seek to file claim for themselves. Let me give you an example. When you file a claim as a homeowner by yourself, and the insurance company tell you that this claim is under deductible. It's like, for instance, a regular deductible is for a home is $2,500, and a condo is like $1,000 to $2,000. They're below deductible. 99% of that claim worth at least $20,000. And because they don't want to pay you, and they know you as a homeowner will just go away, they just say it's under deductible. With me, telling you as under deductible, it's just like a everyday song for me. That makes me want to work harder, because at least the claim is open.
Well, I'll tell you what, you guys sure
I remember
work
you asked
with,
earlier.
you sure work with a great property inspection company, JT Property.
Definitely.
Before we let you go, let's get both of you give out your phone numbers again. Aaron?
I'm Aaron from Rainbow Restoration of Parkland. My direct number is 954-857-5428.
And Damien, your phone number?
My direct is 954-822-2588. And
Well,
you can also find us at www.zealassociates.com, our website.
Well, you guys have been really a big help. I really appreciate you coming on with us tonight, and I'm sorry we missed Jay, but thanks again for coming on, guys.
Thanks for having me.
We can do this again probably next week.
We will. Thank you again. So, this is the Ask the Expert show. You know what? We have a new expert coming on with us next week, and maybe I can get him to come over here to the mic. You think we could do that? He's been sitting here listening in, and he's the real expert when it comes to public adjusting. Name of the company is Tropical Trade Winds. And you've been doing this for a long time. Well, hi, Frank. Welcome. Robert. See, that he's brand new. He's brand new. So we're glad to have you. You've been sitting in, listening to the shows, because your show is going to start next week.
Yes, it is.
And listen, public adjusting. We have public adjusters in our other cities. And I got to tell you, I have so much respect for what you guys do, because, listen, us common people who probably never read our homeowner's policy.
Absolutely.
And they have insurance people that are good at giving you the least amount possible.
That's their goal. They are a for-profit business. And as a for-profit business, they have stockholders that have to respond to. So the lower they keep their expenses, the more profits they make.
Don't try to do this yourself. I am telling you, there's a reason why that we have these experts on. And you know what? When it comes to a public adjuster, you don't want to go to the internet and see who's got the nicest ad or the biggest ad. You want to make sure you're going to somebody who's got a lot of experience like you do, Robert. And I am so excited about you starting with us on Thursday.
I'm looking forward to it.
And there's, you know what, you have been telling me about, I guess, some deals that you have done, that how much the insurance company offered versus how much you ended up getting them in the long run.
Sure. Let me give you just one scenario. Just finished this claim about 2 weeks ago. It was a water slab break line underneath the slab, and the water was coming up on two ends of the house. Now, how do you explain that to an insurance carrier? And I've had situations say, like, it's only coming up on one side. I say, no, it's coming up on the other side. And then I have to explain to them why that happens. And you have to have some knowledge in construction in order to do that. But this client of mine filed their claim. They initially were paid about $181,000.
Wow.
Okay?
That's a lot.
They called me in on the claim. And I said, let me see what I can do. No promises. Let me see what I can do.
Wait a minute. So they were offered 180 something thousand.
Correct.
Why were they able to still call you?
Because I can reopen the claim.
Yes, I know that.
Okay? And as a result, I can come into a claim at any point. It doesn't matter. As long as there's no release.
Is there any amount of time that you can or cannot come back in?
Yes, but I'll answer that question in just a moment, because I want your audience to understand that when I'm hired, I'm there to protect them.
Right.
And I review all of the documentation that the insurance carrier has paid them before I came involved. That'll give me an idea of what I may be able to get them and if it's even worth my while to take the claim and help the homeowner. In this case, once I got hired, I reviewed all the documentations, reviewed the damage, did my assessment, and was able to negotiate an additional $200,000 for my client. Were they
Wow.
happy? All
Yeah.
day long.
But they must have had a lot of damage, though.
They had a lot of expensive flooring that needed to be replaced. But you have to know how to assess it and how to write it up. It's very important. If you do not know how to write up an estimate correctly, you are hurting the client.
Now, what you cover Dade, Broward, and Palm Beach?
I cover the entire state of Florida.
Okay. I am telling you, this is, and we're coming into some rainy months.
That's correct.
And I got to tell you, this is the time you want to make sure that you have Robert's phone number down, because you never know. And you know what? A lot of you haven't even read your homeowner's policy.
That's correct.
You have no idea what's in there. We were talking, Robert was telling me about bats. Who would ever think about bats in South Florida?
That's correct. And there are bats, and I've done several bat claims. I'm the only public adjuster that has done a
And the
bat claim.
raccoons, too.
And raccoons also.
And
Providing that there's coverage under the policy. And you have to know and understand how to read the policy to know if you have coverage or not. But to answer the prior question, how much time does a homeowner have to file a claim? The statute says that you have to report it within 3 years of date of its occurrence. And we always have to remember, the burden of proof falls on the homeowner. And when you hire a public adjuster, that burden falls on the public adjuster. So I myself have to be able to get all of the information and the documentation to prove the case.
Well, I am so glad you were here tonight, that you could come in for a little while. The name of your company is Tropical Trade Winds.
Yes.
And what is the phone number? Write this down.
My phone number is 954-253-8210. And that's my direct cell phone number.
And your website?
Is tropicaltradewindsllc.com.
And Thursday, we're going to go into all the different areas that you cover, because some people just think about water damage. There are so many more areas that you cover besides just water damage.
There's approximately 21 areas of coverage that homeowners do not know of.
Well, that's why we're going to go over on Thursday. And we'll listen. You know, we always have the best of the best. And I want to thank JT Property Inspections for coming on with us tonight. But next week, next Thursday, we will have Tropical Trade Winds. And we're going to make sure you are prepared. Everybody have a wonderful week. We'll see you on Thursday at 6 o'clock with more Ask the Experts.
Thanks for listening to the Ask the Expert Show, featuring interviews with local experts in the fields of legal, health, financial, and home improvement. Call our office at 888-574-6999 to become one of our experts on the show. And tune in again next week for more Ask the Experts with Steve-O. The opinions expressed on the preceding sponsored program were strictly those of its hosts, guests, and callers